everybody, Joe Cuhaj here, and welcome to my little house on the cotton field. It's just a little Alabama snow behind me here. I know what you're saying to yourself. You're saying, Joe, man, what are you doing? Why aren't you out there taking us down a hiking trail to a beautiful waterfall? Or why aren't you taking us to a panoramic vista? Or why aren't you telling us one of those side-splitting, hilarious short stories of yours? Okay, we won't go that far. We'll just call it a short story. Well, we're going to do something a little bit different today. As you may or may not know, coming up in March 2019, I have a brand new book coming out. May be out already by the time you see this. It's called Best Dog Hikes Alabama. It's another Falcon guide, 50 great hiking trails in Alabama, complete with trail maps, hiking directions, mile-by-mile directions, trail context, directions on how to get to the trailhead with GPS coordinates, all kinds of information you need to know about hiking those trails. And best of all the trails are dog-friendly. You can bring your dog on those trails. And now, not only do we have information about the trails, but there's a lot of information about hiking with your dog. We have information about a good regimen to get your dog ready for hiking, first aid, safety on the trail, like preventing wildlife conflicts, things you have to ask your vet before you go hiking with your dog, how to feed them, how much water you should give them, and recipes as well. We have a lot of recipes for dog biscuits, trail mix, protein bars, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to show you one of my favorite recipes. This is a recipe for peanut butter dog biscuits, and your dog is going to love them. They have a lot of protein, they give them energy, and best of all, you're going to like it because you know what you put in it, all natural. And full disclosure, this actually came from a Food Network show. I was flipping around, 4,000 channels with nothing on about 10 years ago. Sorry, Bruce. And came across Giada De Laurentiis, who showed us how to make these dog biscuits. And ever since then, my rescued Labrador Archer T dog just loves them. Your dog's going to love them too. So let me show you how to make them. Before we begin, we need to get some ingredients together. First, we need 2 cups of whole wheat flour, 1/2 cup of oats, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 cup of creamy peanut butter. Now be sure to check the ingredients and make sure it does not include the ingredient xylitol. Xylitol is an artificial sweetener that is poisonous to dogs. We also need 1 cup of chicken broth and a little Parmesan cheese. Not much, just enough to add a little flavor. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees and we're ready to get started. Prepare a cookie sheet by either spraying it with cooking spray, line it with a silicone mat, or line it with parchment paper. Add the flour, oats, and baking powder into a mixing bowl and mix together. Next, add in the peanut butter. Follow that with the chicken broth and stir until the broth is absorbed by the flour and oats. Next, lightly dust the surface where you can knead the dough with wheat flour. Sprinkle a little bit of the flour on top of the dough and knead for 30 seconds. Next, roll the dough out to about 1/4 inch thick. Use a cookie cutter to cut the biscuits into shapes. I happen to have one that's shaped like a dog bone. Clever, right? Don't go there. Next, add a light coat of Parmesan cheese to the biscuits. Then place them in the oven and bake for 20 minutes until golden brown. Now, just like you do with cookies, when you remove them from the oven, place the cookie sheet on a cooling rack for about a minute or two to let them cool down just a little. Then remove the biscuits from the pan and place them on the cooling rack itself to completely cool. There you go, quick and easy. I told you, right? Right. And your dog is going to love them. And every time you watch a cooking show, it's about this time in the show where the chef takes their creation and they bring it up to their mouth. And even before they take a bite, their eyes roll back in their head and they go, oh, this is great. Well, I'm not going to do that. We have a test taster here right now. His name is Archer T Dog. there you go. It's been tested, lab tested. It's good. You're going to love these biscuits. Your dog's going to love them as well. I hope you'll try them. Don't forget to pick up a copy of Best Dog Hikes Alabama at your favorite bookstore.